YouTube, what's the deal?
It's time to get real with Jahaira. It's time to get real with Jahaira.
YouTube, what's the deal?
What's the deal? One love.
YouTube, what's the deal? It's your girl Jahaira, and I am back. Hey, y'all. I wanted to come in and talk to you because I know it's been a little while. I wanted to catch up. And I needed to talk to y'all about something. You know, the responsibility that comes with having a channel like this, whether I like it or not, is that I feel obligated, I feel convicted to pass along things that I've learned as I learn them. And I'm fortunate to be in sound enough mind to be able to continue to impart those lessons upon y'all. But something happened recently that kind of just sort of required me to take stock of what I have and get some perspective on life. This has not been a good week. And my ego feels uncomfortable even saying that. Because, you know, it's really hard. You don't really know what people go through on the days when they're not making videos and things like that. But this hasn't been a good week. The drawback, if you will, to clinical depression is that there are days when the most you can do is get out of bed. And anybody who deals with this knows that, but I know that there are people who don't. But yeah, this week it just kind of hit me really, really hard. And, you know, when you think of the holidays, people always think about rushing around and getting all the presents and you know what I mean? There's a general feeling of frivolity in the air and joy. And then for some people, and those are really the people that I'm talking to, it can bring up a lot. It can bring up a lot of negative emotions. And for me, I'm not the kind of person, I'm eager for Christmas, don't get me wrong, but I've moved to Kentucky, and I will not be spending Christmas with my mother. And the reality of that sunk in and really just left me feeling so empty. And of course the depression that accompanied that, where, you know, I would just go to the bathroom and stare at my shower, but the idea of actually picking my foot up to get in it was sort of beyond what I could handle. And I spent a lot of time in bed and just not functioning, really not at all. And it's hard to talk about this, but I feel like I have to talk about this because the one thing YouTube has taught me above and beyond anything else is that we are so much more alike than we are unalike. And my feelings are not just my own. There are so many people who have echoed my past sentiments. Can y'all even see the top of my head? So needless to say, it's been a very difficult week for me. I just know the cigarette went out. And it did. And this morning, well, I guess I should say yesterday morning, the morning of the 21st, just kind of, it all came to a head, and I found myself, sobbing at 8 o'clock in the morning. I hadn't slept all night, because that's another thing that you're robbed of when depression kicks in. And I called my mother, and I will not get emotional right now, but I was just really, really crying and telling her that I missed her. I'm fighting, y'all. I'm fighting hard here. And just the difficulty of what it's going to be like having somebody who has been such a champion of my life not there, you know, on a day that is typically about family. Y'all, hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, so I was calling, I told her that I was bereft. And we ended up talking on the phone for like an hour and a half, which is like an unprecedented move between me and my mother. Because we're not great at that. We don't do the communication thing very well. But it was nice. It was really what I needed. It was gratifying. Um, and it lifted my spirits up considerably. And upon hanging up with my mother, I started, looking around and researching and things of that nature. And I said that this can't be the Christmas that I didn't spend with my mother. Granted, I mean, there will never be words. I mean, never, ever, ever be words to express my gratitude to Nina and her family, who have become my family, and, to Shawnee and to Jateria, and just the people here that have made me feel, at home. Really, honest to God, there's no way, literally no way, I could ever express how much that means to me. And I know that I won't be lacking for things to do at Christmas or anything. But I said to myself, this can't be the Christmas that I spent away from my mother. This has got to be the Christmas that I did something else that was memorable. So to condense this story and not keep y'all, forever, Christmas Eve, I will be at the Wayside Christian Mission, handing out meals to homeless families. And I feel infinitely better knowing that I can be able to be a blessing to somebody else rather than wallowing in the misery of what I don't have. Because, see, here's the thing, and I had to really come to grips with this. 2 years ago, I didn't have, my own home to have a Christmas in at all. I didn't have my own roof over my head. I was staying with friends and stuff like that, and in a transitional period. And it's very easy. Y'all, be careful what you pray for, because I know that I am in preparation. I know that I am in transition to the next level of what I was born and who I was born to be. And with that ascension always comes a test. God, by however you define God, or the universe, whatever you declare a higher power to be, will always challenge how badly you want something. And I know that I am in a season of trying times because I'm getting ready to go somewhere. I know that there's something for me, and if I got the Bible on my mind. If we faint not, you know what I mean? If I can get through this, what's on the other side of what I'm experiencing right now is infinitely sweeter than anything I've ever experienced before. So for those of you, and that's really the point of this, who may find yourself down this Christmas, this Hanukkah, this holiday coming, take some time to step outside of yourself. And whether that means, as I'm doing some volunteer work, whether that means calling up an old friend, whether that means any number of things that can just clear your mind of your immediate circumstances, I promise you will feel a million times better, because I do. I really do. I am so excited for this coming for this weekend coming. And I feel so much better about it. So I just kind of wanted to let y'all know what's been going on with me. And I will be back very soon. And I will talk to y'all later. One love. And happy holidays, but I will be back. But happy holidays anyway.